This is the most shocking trade in NBA history.
I have kept quiet long enough, but what they did to Luka, that was personal.
I mean, if I am Luka, this is the ultimate rebuke. It is the ultimate, basically, insult. There's no way anybody's turning down $350 million. So what they're basically saying is, we don't think you're worth the money. It's shocking.
The GOAT is about to drop the wildest secret behind the Luka Dončić trade, and this twist hits crazy hard. This story isn't just drama. It's power plays and unexpected names sliding into the mix.
As defenders, is it important that you now have a defensive player of the year candidate in Luka? He seems to think that he's telling us that he wants some.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Today, we're exposing the real truth behind the Luka Anthony Davis deal. And the hidden layers will flip everything you thought you knew. And wait till you hear how Diddy and LeBron slide into this madness, because it gets loud fast. 1 minute, Luka's torching defenders in Dallas, dropping 40 like it's light work, smiling as the crowd chants his name. The next, he's packing for Los Angeles? That switch felt unreal. Dallas would never choose to move their whole franchise identity. But the NBA isn't built on poetry. When the salary cap hits, loyalty turns into a spreadsheet and stars become assets.
I did know that Luka was important to the fan base. I didn't quite know it to what level.
Once the news hit that Luka was heading to the Lakers for Anthony Davis and 2 picks, the league didn't react. It straight up erupted. Shams dropped the bomb and the internet went nuclear. Fans called Dallas reckless. Others said the Lakers were doing what they always do, grabbing stars.
Oziroma, bom rekel, kar strani nekaterih posameznikov, mogoče hinavščina celo, da to pa me osebno boli, ker mislim, da se Luka absolutno tega ni zaslužil.
It seemed impossible, but if you were watching close, you felt the tension cooking. Rumors inside the Mavs building kept leaking. Luka wanting more control, frustration with kids' rotations, and those tired interviews where he looked drained.
I was with my family at dinner and got the news, and first time I heard it, I thought it was for sure fake. I thought it was a hoax. People messing around, whatever.
Kyrie's extension was supposed to fix things, but that duo never fully locked in. Dallas didn't look broken, just exhausted from the weight of it all. And trading Luka? That's a last resort move. He was Dallas. Every playoff push, every buzzer beater, every season he dragged a mid-roster into relevance.
Luka is one of my favorite players in the NBA today. From the simple fact of the way I play the game is exactly how I love the way he plays the game.
Even teammates praised him non-stop. Derek Lively said Luka lifted everyone just by being on the floor.
That day to travel back, and my phone just starts blowing up left and right, and then I kind of looked on social media, and I think I was as shocked and surprised as everybody was.
Derek Jones Jr. said Luka's vision made you level up. Now those quotes sound like farewell letters someone didn't want to write, but don't get it twisted. This trade wasn't random. Lakers insiders say this deal was brewing for months. Late night calls, tax math, and a quiet fear creeping in. Life after LeBron was coming fast.
So it's still a grieving process right now. Miss my hermano. We had a lot of time together. Keith too, and Maxi.
What I want? I want Luka to the Lakers. I want Jokic to the Knicks. I want all the Europeans to go to all the big markets.
And Anthony Davis? LA knew he wasn't built to carry that torch alone. His injuries, inconsistent numbers, and the way the Lakers fell apart every time he sat, it told the whole story. So the Lakers did what they always do. They hunted for the next megastar. What fans heard was a man trying to explain losing the soul of their whole franchise. And when Nico said he didn't understand the emotional weight Luka carried in Dallas, everything exploded instantly.
I was like, what? He said the Lakers got Luka. I was like, haha, Yeah, yep. And literally, and he goes, they're trading AD for Luka. And I was like, F you.
That one line exposed it all. They didn't realize what they had until it walked out the door. It should have been obvious. Luka was Dallas. The murals, the sold-out arenas, the crazy buzzer beaters, the hope he carried every season. So when the guy in charge said he didn't realize how deep it went, fans snapped on the spot. Nico kept giving that calm corporate tone, but it landed cold. That's where the Mavericks messed up. They didn't respect the emotions behind the moment.
As a Dallas fan, it hurts me, but I'm happy for him that he's going to be able to go out there and be in LA and get to try to achieve his dream of winning a championship.
The trade itself might have been business, but the way they rolled it out, with no warmth, no awareness, that's what turned a simple transaction into a full-on firestorm.
I told Luka straight up, don't let Diddy's world pull you in. One of your teammates already made that mistake.
Fans weren't thinking about rebuild timelines. They were grieving the one star who made them believe. Even Luka's father jumped in, calling out the franchise for staying quiet too long, which only turned up the heat. By then, Dallas was scrambling. They forgot the basic rule: how you deliver news matters. They wanted to sound strategic but came off heartless. And Nico admitting he misread Luka's impact didn't feel honest. It felt like he realized the mistake too late. Press conferences kept getting weirder, excuses kept piling up, and fans stopped listening.
Biggest market in the world for sports is the Lakers.
Nico acting shocked that Luka was that loved? That's when heartbreak flipped into anger. And the league felt the shift. Trades like this don't stay quiet, especially when the fallout gets messy. As soon as the official statement dropped, chaos hit. Former players chimed in, analysts broke down every sentence, TikTok blew up. Even that one dude still arguing about Porzingis had something to say. You could feel the pressure rising. And when it finally blew, it went wild. LeBron James was the first superstar to jump in, and the irony was crazy. The same man who flipped the entire sports world with the decision was now stunned by Luka's trade. At first, Bron thought it was fake, and even said he had to check if the report came from a parody page. Once he realized it was real, he called teaming with Luka one of those once-in-a-generation alignments. That line alone sent the internet spinning. Fans split instantly. Some saying, of course he's hyped, that's Bron teaming with Luka.
I would have never thought Luka Dončić get traded at this age, mid-season. Yes, NBA is a wild place, man. If he can get traded, then anybody's up, for grabs.
Others claiming he was running PR because nobody manipulates a narrative smoother than LeBron. But his voice had that real spark. Even he felt the shift. Meanwhile, in Dallas, the vibe was freezing. Dirk Nowitzki looked like someone told him they were tearing down the arena for a coffee shop. That's how hard it hit. Dirk is Dallas. The culture, the loyalty, the grind. And now he's watching it get shaken up by one trade. His silence spoke louder than any quote, and the pauses in his interview felt like heartbreak bleeding through. Then Kyrie Irving stepped in with his own angle, calm but heavy. He said it felt like losing a brother, calling Luka's exit a sad moment for everyone. But Kyrie being Kyrie, he added a spiritual twist, welcoming Anthony Davis and talking about balance and new beginnings. You could hear he was trying to stay strong while feeling the pain, and fans caught it fast. Comments saying, Kyrie's hurting but holding it down. And just when everyone thought the reactions were over, Giannis Antetokounmpo slid in and turned it into a whole cultural moment. When asked about Luka going to LA, he smiled and said, that's so typical for him. And the room cracked up. But even in the joke, there was real truth. For years, international stars were boxed into this quiet stereotype, like they were supposed to stay in smaller, low-glamour markets. Luka, heading to LA, smashed that idea in one move. Giannis knew it too, giving that playful, yeah, it's our time energy. This wasn't just a trade, it was a global power shift in real time. But the comment that really blew things open didn't come from Tatum or Steph, it came from Jaylen Brown. Out of nowhere, a clip from Netflix's Starting Five went viral, where he straight up called the Luka deal one of the worst trades of all time, and he repeated it twice. Coming from a guy who's survived a million trade rumors, that message hit a nerve across the whole league. Suddenly, the reactions weren't just basketball talk. They got emotional, cultural, personal. Jaylen said losing Luka wasn't about stats. It was about losing the identity he gave Dallas. That line spread everywhere because it captured exactly what fans felt, like a piece of the city's soul had been ripped out. Then Austin Reeves jumped in, and his angle added a whole new layer. He'd spoken before about what he called the white guy stigma in the NBA, how players like him or Luka get labeled before they ever get respected. So when he addressed the trade, he didn't hold back. He said players should be judged by what they do, not what they look like. And that hit heavy. It turned the whole conversation into something bigger than wins and losses. And just when people thought the takes couldn't get any wilder, Flea popped into the chat. Yes, that Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. He heard the news and said he literally had to sit down because he couldn't believe the Lakers traded AD for Luka. His shock became its own meme overnight. After catching his breath, Flea called the trade an insane move, hyping up Luka's unreal skill set and saying the season was about to be straight fireworks. His energy spread fast. Hollywood was buzzing like the Lakers just won a blockbuster casting war. Then John Legend jumped in. As a diehard Lakers fan, he couldn't hide his excitement. He talked about Luka and LeBron running the floor together under the bright LA lights, saying this trade didn't just boost the Lakers, it put Los Angeles back at the center of the basketball universe. Even NFL MVP Patrick Mahomes felt it. He's been rocking with Luka since the Dallas days, and he said the trade hit him like seeing your favorite movie character get recast mid-series. That line captured everything: the hype, the heartbreak, the shock. And Anže Kopitar, captain of the LA Kings and fellow Slovenian, lit up when reporters asked about it. He said this move was massive for basketball and for Slovenians everywhere. The pride in his voice was real, like Luka just stepped onto the world's biggest stage. At this point, the trade wasn't just an NBA moment. It was a cultural quake-shaking music, football, hockey, everything. Everybody had something to say. But then, the whole conversation flipped. Michael Jordan spoke. Whenever MJ talks, the planet pays attention, and his comment came with thunder. He dropped a cryptic line. "Welcome to Diddy's world, young fella. Just remember, one of your teammates already lives there." Instant meltdown. Fans started breaking down every word. Some said MJ was talking about the Hollywood lifestyle, the fame, the parties, the celebrity orbit around LA. Others believed he was pointing at something deeper, a line between old school grind and the new era where spotlight comes before sweat. And instantly, everyone connected it to LeBron. MJ and LeBron never had real closeness, just that cold mutual respect. So that one of your teammates line? People didn't need a detective. They knew exactly who he meant. MJ wasn't just talking, he was warning Luka. Like saying, don't let Hollywood swallow you. Don't become LeBron 2.0. And that's when the story turned messy. Because not long ago, LeBron was Luka's loudest supporter, calling their pairing a once-in-a-generation alignment. But now MJ's words had everyone wondering, was Bron's excitement really about hoops or something else? Was LeBron trying to bring Luka closer to that quiet Diddy circle people keep whispering about? That world of celebrity power, luxury, and blurred lines between fame and the game? Nobody knew yet, but the rumors were getting louder, and the story was twisting into something nobody expected. Now here's the real question. What does this trade actually mean for Luka Doncic's place in the NBA? Because this isn't just about switching jerseys. This is legacy talk, leadership talk. The kind of move that shapes how the world sees you as both a superstar and a cultural figure. Before all the drama, Luka already had a career most players dream about. From tearing up Europe as a team to blowing up the league as a rookie, he came in different. Triple doubles, ridiculous step backs, cold-blooded clutch shots. Luka rewrote the blueprint for what a young NBA superstar could look like. He wasn't following a path. He was making his own. Then the trade hit like a meteor, and suddenly his story went global. Now people aren't just debating how good he is, they're debating what this move says about him. Loyalty, greatness, ambition, everything is on the table. Now Luka's name is being mentioned with guys like LeBron, KD, and Kawhi, stars who changed teams and rewrote their entire narratives. The question is simple but heavy. Is Luka turning this into a legendary chapter? Or will some fans feel like he dipped too early? Even Jason Kidd talked about this kind of pressure, how the push and pull between a franchise and a superstar can build a legend or break one. Those internal battles can turn someone into an icon or a cautionary story. Meanwhile, the media hasn't stopped buzzing. Analysts like Zach Harper and Steve Ashburner are breaking down every angle. Harper says if Luka thrives under LA's wild spotlight, his brand could explode. Global fame, huge endorsements, maybe even movie roles. But Ash Burner hit the warning side, saying that same spotlight can scorch you. Every pass, every miss, every post, every tweet gets magnified in a city that lives off drama. Even Dwayne Wade stepped in, saying moves like this stopped being just basketball a long time ago. It's business, branding, global marketing, all tied together. The Lakers aren't just a franchise, they're the biggest stage in sports. A superstar like Luka doesn't only boost wins, he boosts everything. Jerseys, sponsorships, global reach, even social numbers go crazy when someone that big puts on purple and gold. But zoom out for a second. This wasn't just a Dallas to LA swap. It was a reminder that nobody in the league is untouchable. Devin Booker said it best. Not everybody's claim is untouchable and untradeable. Then the NBA shows you again, meaning if the right deal hits the table, even players you thought would retire in one jersey can get moved in a heartbeat. That changes how front offices think, how players talk about loyalty, and how fans look at the whole league. Kevin Durant even called the trade weird and said the NBA's become a wild place. And he's not lying. This move didn't just shake the league, it made everyone question the foundation under it. The NBA's always been dramatic, but this level of chaos felt like the ground shifted under everybody's sneakers. Now, super teams are about to look different too. It's not just stacking stars anymore, it's navigating loyalty, money, leverage, and market power all crashing together. Teams will move quicker and quieter, and players will start thinking bigger about legacy and control. Luka's trade wasn't just a headline, it might be the spark that reshapes the whole next decade. New alliances, new power plays, new ways for stars to run their careers. The NBA of 2026 might barely resemble the league we know now, and the drama isn't slowing down one bit. So now the big question, did Dallas just make the worst call of the decade, or did the Lakers pull off the slickest heist we've ever seen? Drop your take, Team Luka or Team Dallas? I want to see where you stand. And if you're hyped for whatever wild twist comes next, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications. You do not want to miss what's coming next.